This episode of Moist Meter was brought to you by Hunter Killer.
Initiating moisture.
You've no doubt already read how bad Hellboy is. I'm here to tell you, it's pretty shitty, but goddammit, I can't recommend it enough. It's unapologetically edgy, gory, and goofy. The movie genuinely sounds and looks like it was written by a bunch of 14-year-olds jerking off in like the basement of their parents' house, drinking alcohol they're not supposed to have, but they stole it from their dad from under the bed in his secret stash. And they just started like writing what they thought would be edgy, and then they made it into this movie. And there was a certain charm to this movie. There's nothing good about the writing. The writing sucks some of the fattest asshole I've seen in quite a while. The one-liners are the worst I think I have ever heard in any big budget movie. Fucking Power Rangers had better one-liners. And speaking of Power Rangers, the CGI in this movie gets really shitty at points. Like the main pig demon looks like straight fucking ass cheeks. An actual Power Rangers villain costume it seems like they got for him. But all that being said, I really enjoyed this goddamn movie. I would recommend it. The movie is so stupidly edgy that it takes on a life of its own as like almost self-aware, but it's clearly not self-aware type of edgy movie. The humor never works. It's not even so bad it's good in the humor department, but the edginess does. And it is so goddamn gory for no reason half the time that I loved it. There's people's skin getting ripped off their face, getting ripped in half, eyes getting eaten by ravens, fucking nuts getting busted, nuts getting slammed together, dicks getting ripped in half, dicks getting peeled like a banana peel, dicks getting degloved. There's a lot of fucking gore in this movie for no reason half the time, and it's great. It's super great. I don't know why it's there, but it's entertaining when it is, if you ask me. I would never consider this a good movie. I would certainly not consider this a good movie in any department, especially editing. Shit just kind of happens out of nowhere for no reason all the time. The characters suck. They're not developed well. You don't like a single character in this movie. But goddamn it, when the action unfolds and you got arms and limbs flying all over the place, cum and blood, tears, all of it all over the screen, it's really enjoyable. I don't know why people are shitting on that aspect. I thought that was really good. They're like, oh, yeah, the gore made it boring. Bullshit, the gore made it boring, you pussy micro dick. The gore made it tolerable, made it really, really comedic sometimes. This shit was entertaining when it was happening in that area, but it's not good. I'd say it's a so bad it's good movie, but it's really not bad in the visuals department at all. Yeah, there's definitely some bad CGI and some questionable decisions throughout, but it has a really nice aesthetic to it and a nice tone to its visuals that I think complement it really well. There's some slow-mo scenes that just, the slow-mo just seems weird. There's something wrong with the slow-mo, like the slow-mo fucking broke during rendering, but they didn't fix it. So there's definitely some glaring issues, but visually it's nice to look at. There's some demons that come out that are really genuinely cool looking shit. And most of the action scenes are cool, even if at times hard to decipher what exactly is happening. I think the movie has a certain charm to it that I think fans of Hellboy can appreciate at least. If you like the original two Hellboys, which I do, you can still appreciate this one even though it's totally different. I think it's very, very different in all possible ways to Del Toro's Hellboy vision, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I really don't. I think it's really fucking adorably odd what they've made here that I appreciate it. Plugging this shit into the Moist Meter, I'm giving Hellboy a 30%. Like I said, it's not a good movie, but it is a movie I'd recommend. I was thoroughly entertained. Except anytime Hellboy tried a one-liner or anyone tried to make a joke. That's when I'd roll my eyes and want to, get the fuck out of the theater because it was really, really bad. If they're going to do a sequel like they hint at in this movie, they need to just fire the team that came up with the comedy because it was awful. And also fire the editors. And fire the person who wrote the story as well. And then maybe you'd have something going for you. That's it. See ya.
Hey there, folks. Jackson, chief investigator of water-related murders here. Have you ever wanted to solve a murder? Right now, there's a new service hot on the streets that lets you accomplish that very thing. Hunter Killer is a fantastic murder mystery subscription box that is delivered to your door each month, weaving an interesting storyline on a monthly basis that constantly evolves along with your investigation. This thing is perfect for all kinds of nights. game nights, date nights, or even the lonely nights that us grizzled detectives are used to. I've personally thoroughly enjoyed the fun that comes with Hunt a Killer, and would wholeheartedly recommend it if you're into true crime or even if you just like a good puzzle. The immersion of the game is really impressive. It's almost like an escape room in a box. You'll have to track suspects' movements, listen to audio recordings, link documents together, solve codes and ciphers, and even let the deep obsession with the case tear at your relationships, ending your long-lasting marriage. And just like any good detective, you can even keep all of the evidence from the crime as a makeshift collectible. This is also an exclusive club with only 200 lucky detectives being allowed access each day, but luckily for our listeners, Hunt a Killer is letting every listener get in on the action. Plus, you can get 20% off your first box. If you're as good as a detective as I think you are, you'll be able to trace the deal back to huntakiller.com/moist and use code MOIST at checkout. Once again, that's huntakiller.com/moist to get this awesome monthly subscription box that is genuinely a lot of fun. You've all heard of cold cases before, but this isn't a cold case. This is a moist case.